today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Carter on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Carter's pass.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, Archer. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Carter. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and...
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
15-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 16 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
Hey, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And this is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
And 7.
From the gun, Carter got his man complete over the middle. It's Weaver.
That's good.
And he will have
have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Carter now throwing on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Throwing again. Carter. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Carter on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do? The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Vita Vea in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
But the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That second down play nets a -4.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the return will stop right around the 25. Joe, that pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. On first down, it's Henry, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Henry on the carry. Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On second down now, Archer. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Carter. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
On for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
The score, Vikings 3, Cowboys 0.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on him.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. One back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Jones. His throw incomplete. Jones. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And running with power here. So possession goes over here on the punt.
at their own.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carter into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10.
It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
from the gun, Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
That keeps the score. Vikings 10, Cowboys nothing.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Carter from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Carter. And here's another interception. The 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
At their own.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton.
Jones pass.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
A gain of 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a run with Akers. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up
from the 39. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Jones pass.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Throwing Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The 3-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Devontae Adams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
And Yarrow now to add the extra point.